Greetings, my friends. I am called to come back and speak, to say hello today, to speak about the dark and the light. For a lot of people are attracted to the dark side of the force. It is part of this magnetic attraction. But once we grow and we mature, we become aware of the power of the light. For the majority of people, majority of people on the planet believe in God, but they do not believe in eternal life in the actual sense. So when they die, when they pass away, it's like this. The ride is always a little bit bumpy to wake them up. But but everybody that is always will be, and nobody really dies in truth. So but we need to accept the new reality of whatever that is, this new energy, and in order to let go of the attachment of life. When we die, it is like there is no choice. We have to let go of the attachment of this life. Otherwise, some people can become ghosts. But it's like in fifth dimensional, once we reach that point of consciousness of resolution, then we no longer need death and reincarnation. This wheel of karma is no longer necessary. It's like so it's all this process that we're going through right now, understanding that everybody is living his own life. There are billions of people that are living within their own story, their own universe, their own creation, and the dark and the light, the high and the low on the planet is very there's a lot of contrast, a lot of. So we need to attune to whatever that which is really wanted for us, enjoy each other's company, respect the choice and their way of life, and so we can co-create together. Always try to seek the light within people. So we move into this common sense experience of joyful co-creation. And for connection, we all part of each other's journey. Everybody that ever crossed our path is an eternal connection, and we all will connect to all those that we ever loved. Even if they departed, we'll meet them in the light. And we keep coming back in any way to meet again and again and again and again on different forms. But that is the end of the process now. So at some point, though, we do need to let go of the third dimension and the fourth dimension to experience the fullness of the Creator in the higher planes. So at some point, we shift our focus towards that, towards the integration. For this integration, we'll bring an harmonious physical life as well. And it is not just the sacrifice of all that we love in the physicality. It is the sacrifice of the lower things in order to achieve higher things, to know who we are, where we come from, and where we will, who we're gonna be. For spirit is already informing us, if you tune to your intuition of that much. So I'm gonna pull a few cards and discuss. For the observer of the day is the thinker. It's like plans, have plans, be ready, know what you need to do. The highest wisdom is regeneration. There is a regeneration that is going on. It's beyond the conscious, but it's been accelerated. What we need to understand is all that shine, to understand what's on the surface and what's going on inside. It's always the surface is only a tool that God uses, but it's really the prime focus of humanity. So do not be blinded by all that shines. What we need to do is the time of the nap, to rest, to relax, to take the time to integrate. And the outcome will be the wind of change. We don't really know how it's going to change, but we know it's like the wind is going to change. So eventually we become the wind of change. We blow into the sails of history and we move the boat forward. So that will definitely be a part of our self-empowering process. To speak about the dark side, we have to understand there are invisible forces that are working on the opposite end of the light, which we call demons. Demons. In truth, there is a very powerful hierarchy within they're very structured, they're very hierarchical, they're like a corporate, and there is the archons, and then the Draco-reptilians are allied with them, and then the Draco-reptilians infiltrated the Orions, and then there's all the demons and the astral beings and all the puppets and the dark beings on the earth stage. But and they work like a corporation with only one purpose: to create chaos, to create pain, to create suffering, to feed their master, because they nourish themselves from this negative energy. And if they exist, it's because there is mass egregores of people that continue to follow and feed them. Otherwise, they would leave. They don't know how to feed from love. That may be one of their the next thing. But so it's like do not fall prey to any illusions or delusions of the invisible world. And call on your guides, call on the archangel Michael, of course, call on your creator. for the archons and the reptoids and the demons are really alive because they have the same agenda basically, and it's self pleasure empowerment through the feeding on whatever's out there, and but they only exist as long as humans continue to follow them. Once we tune into the frequency of the creator, he will remove those beings. Like anytime you come in contact, or he will let you know that you are being fooled. There's all kinds of mirror and spirits. We're getting insight into many things. And so, and we want to call the angel of freedom to clear up to all of the darkness, to imagine a perfect future, to clear up all the darkness and imagine for yourself the perfect life, and continue to cultivate the sense of perfect vision for the earth as well. And you can ask the angel of freedom to bless your project and bless. I'm doing a lot of study right now in terms of history, geopolitical, finance, and history. For there's going to be there's going to be a need to intervene within certain things in order to bring about certain energies or information that may be inexpressed yet. So we'll see what happened. The observer of the day is the miser. We want to get rid of that miser. He wants to protect his treasure, and he's miserable, not regardless of how much treasure he has. He's always in lack. So it's the idea of lack. We want to remove this idea of lack. Our foundation is isolation. In the past, we've been isolated, but we allowed ourselves to feel the pain that reconnected us. Now where we are is morality. The challenge is to let go of the judgment, self-judgment upon ourselves and on others. It's very important we're not here to be the great inquisitor or the bringer of bad news, for there will always be, through the process of deconstruction, a lot of all kinds of things that will although we see what's moral, what's not, what's pure, what's impure, what's heavy, what's light. We intervene when we feel from the heart that there is a consciousness that needs to emerge from something, and we have the power to intervene within something. Otherwise, we trust everything in the hands of the creator, and the outcome will be, the future will be about comparison. We're showing all the opposites, all the contrast in order to compare, and then from there we need to create, to envision, to focalize on to feel that we're already within the fifth dimension, the paradise life that we're seeking. In the invisible world, the transformation is natural. Here it's called transformation. It's the card of death. It means there is nothing to do really, because it's already done. Just allow the process to happen, and do not struggle against yourself, against your soul, and against your trust the process. And on the outside, there's going to be a lot of shifting and transition during the next month or so. There is stress, so we need to avoid stress. Breathe, relax, go easy on yourself and others. For in the past, although there was this isolation, the guidance has always been there. When you reflect back, you more and more now we're receiving it, but it's been there for a very long time. Once we let go of all the judgment and the self-judgment, we're going to move into new adventure, because it's only one field of love that is the co-creative field. Although there is elements that are ignorant within there is a great deal of ignorance. It is part of the creative process. And in the comparison, we're going to need to compare between there is certain things we're going to need to face. Well, see, in order to liberate ourselves from fear, as the fool, we need to face our sorrow. We need to face a projection. It's okay to project, understanding that the reality will not be what we project, but it's good to continue to inform the universe on positive direction, and to let go of the burden. So that's really what's going to be happening. And then as we let go of the stress, we can move into the great void to understand we're never alone. We've never been alone. We all have those invisible presence, and from once we realize it, everything is near, everything is close, and it's just when we do things that are completely against our own divine nature, those forces have a tendency to withdraw a little bit. But as soon as we call them back, as soon as we forgive ourselves for whatever mistakes, those forces return into alignment. So I hope this will. Let's see. The tiger of fear. The tiger of fear is to have to do too much, to get exhausted in order to because we're trying always to please others. So do not overexhaust yourself in that process. How do we make a leap into the future through happiness, through laziness, through acceptation, through the dream coming true. We're gonna accept the fact that our life is about to shift for the better. What we the tiger of fear is looks like it's the delays. We do not like the delays. It's like, because there is all those promises from heaven, but it's like it feels like it's always tomorrow. So it's like we have to accept continue to contemplate this beautiful image. The window will turn into a door, and the heart will call us to go to a compromise. At some point we need to understand what our soul is asking of us, and to make this little compromise. And in order to do that, we need to slow down. We're gonna need to slow down. So it's gonna be a time of rest and enjoyment. I'm really hoping for the house is for sale here, so I'm hoping to clear up my affairs before Christmas. I really would like to start this new year in a new state of reality. Let's say, for the observer of the day is optimism. The highest wisdom is the judgment. It's already been decided on high, so just trust the new life that is being offered. What we need to understand is a renewal, a regeneration. What we need to do is serenity, to be serene, to be in the appreciation of every little things of life, the little joys of life, and the outcome will be the accomplishment. Everything is in the works, and it's going to be the beginning, the start of something completely new. So it's going to be a new beginning of a new process, and it's going to be much to do and achieve there. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you so much to support the channel and for your donations, and I'll talk to you later. Salat.